Okay, so we were just finishing bipartite graphs in the previous section. They are graphs where every vertex from one set is connected to every vertex in another set, but vertices within a set don't connect to each other. And so typically our graph winds up looking like this. This was an example of a complete bipartite graph, or here we'd have an incomplete bipartite graph. But you can see that I've got one set here, which is my people, and my second set of information is the subjects that they study. But I've got two clear and distinct sets, and the members of each set don't connect to each other. Now, often what they'll do to try and trick you is they'll give you a graph that looks fairly random and certainly doesn't look the same, and they'll ask you if it's bipartite. So you need to use the definition of a bipartite graph to test whether it is in fact bipartite. So here you can see that A currently connects to E and B. So whichever set A is in, if it was bipartite, then B and E would need to be in the other set. And basically A is going to connect to those. If I then went to B, whatever sets B is in, and B you can see I've got in the bottom set at the moment, well, B is attached to A and C, so wherever B is, A and C would need to be on the other set, which you can see happens at the moment. Then I check my next one, so checking C. Wherever C currently is, so I've currently got C on the top. C, if it was bipartite, could not connect to B, G, or E. So B, G, and E would all need to be on the other team, and they are all connected. So C has the 3, B, E, and G. So I could draw that in, that's fine. Then I'll change the colour so we can keep track of this. Then I'll do my next vertex. So if I started from G, G at the moment is on the bottom, and G here wouldn't be able to connect if it was bipartite, then C and F must be on the other team. So starting from G, C, and we haven't got F yet, so F would need to come up here. And G connects to C, which it already does, and F, so I put in that extra connection to F. Now, then I'd check my next vertex, so starting from F, I've got F at the top of mine up here, so F wouldn't be able to connect to E and G, and E and G are already in that bottom, so that is fine. F connects to E and G, so if I was going to redraw it, I'd connect that in there. Then looking at E, making sure I haven't sort of lost where I am. E is my next one. E currently for me is at the bottom, and on this network it connects to F, which is on the other team, so far so good. A and E is already connected to A, and E is also connected to C, and all those three connections are already there, and you can see they're already on the correct team. Then I'd check my last one, and I will just change colours for you. So looking at D, wherever D is, and I don't have D written down at the moment in my redrawn one, but wherever D is, it's got to be on a separate team to B. So starting with that piece of information, given that B is on the bottom, then D would need to go at the top, and they would be connected. So that was D and B. D also connects to E, so E would have to be on the opposite team, which it is. And that's it, D's only got those two connections. So we can see here that did work out, and that was in fact bipartite, and the picture that I've drawn would be the redrawn version of that to make it more obviously bipartite. Sometimes the question will ask you to do that, sometimes they'll just ask you to list the two sets. So if I was listing the two sets, that's a set notation sort of symbol, and my vertices would be A, C, F and D for one set, and my second set would be B, E and G. But generally speaking, as long as you draw those with those two sets segregated, that would be fine. So that's bipartite graphs, and I think that's all we need to do just for the moment. Okay, thank you.